What's going on tonight, guys? Earlier I posted a video about a W202 brake, rotor and pad swap. Well, I came out to do it on my 2000 230 compressor, and lo and behold, there's quite a bit of difference. So I guess while I'm throwing this together, I'm going to go ahead and throw together a quick tutorial. So, jack the car up, get the jack point, jack stand, tire, whatever. I don't think you want to lose any limbs or anything like that. Let's see. The tools we're going to need: C-clamp to compress the caliper, 5mm Allen hex, however you want to call it, an H7. And that's going to be for the caliper bolts. We're going to use an 18 shallow socket. That's going to be for the bracket itself. And we got my little persuader here, a couple chisels, and that's all you need. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is give you a look here. We're going to jump back here. As you can see, I've replaced the sensors recently. They're in pretty good shape, so I'm not going to bother with those today. But right here is where you're going to be popping this cap off, just like so. And in there, that's where you're going to need your H7. We've got another one down here. Go ahead and remove that. Alright, we've got those off. We're also going to have to remove, there's 2 bracket bolts. What I'm going to go ahead and do, let's get this caliper off, and we'll come back. Okay, and once you get those pins out, that's what your caliper pins are going to look like. Next step's going to be, we're going to get rid of this pad spring here. Some handy dandy needle nose. You should be able to get in. Alright, looks like it's going to take 2 hands. I'll be back. Alright, now we got the spring off. Our bracket's going to need a little bit of prying. Let's see. I'll go ahead and work it loose. Now these rotors, as you can tell, have a hell of a lip. They've been used. So what I'm going to do, you're going to have a brake sensor right here. You can come in with your needle nose. Just wiggle her out. Yeah, it's good to go. We'll just let that hang tight. What I'm going to do is get in here and push this caliper back. That way I've got enough room to go ahead and pull this bracket off, and we'll be right back. Alright, we got that caliper freed up. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up here. I'm just going to rest it up here. If you're worried about it falling off or knocking it over, you can always wire up a piece of hanger or use a S-hook. But I'm just going to let it rest up here. Let's go ahead and work it. But for the time being, we'll let it rest right there. Now, to get the rotor off, we're going to have to come back here and get these 2 18 bolts out of here. And they can be a pain, so I'm going to go ahead and beat on those and see if we can't get them off. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. We went ahead and got that bracket removed. Those are the 2 bracket bolts. Your next step's going to be removing this 5mm hex. Be careful. If you strip it out, it's a pain in the rear to have to drill. So, gingerly. I'm going to go ahead and pull that, and then we'll take the rotor off. Alright, success. We got her out. There she sits. It helps to keep all your parts kind of laid out. That way you know where you're headed. Now, a lot of the times the rotor is going to be seized up around the hub. What you want to do is tap all around, tap all around, hit it from the back, rotate it, and that should loosen it up. You can hit it with some WD-40. So I'm gonna give this a smack. It's about midnight here, and let's see how angry I can make my neighbors for tonight. Alright, I'm pretty sure everybody in the whole neighborhood is awake now. That took quite a bit persuading. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up all this rust. We'll add some lube. Hopefully that'll protect it and make it a little easier next time. So, alright, we went ahead and got our rotor mounted up. Now whenever you're putting this bolt back on right here, do not overdo it. Just snug, you know. That's just to keep the rotor in place. You tighten that down, next time you're likely to have to drill it out and tap it. So just remember, be ginger. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is pull the old pads out and slap some new ones in. I'll show you how this goes back together. Alright, we got the pads out. You know, look at this piston here. We need to compress that piston to make enough room so the pads will go ahead and clear the new rotor. So I'm going to go ahead and use this C-clamp. I'm going to come up under like that and screw it in until it compresses. Be careful not to pinch that rubber seal. You kind of need that. So, and that's what I mean right there. And just torque her down until that piston bottoms out. You don't got to be over aggressive with it. Alright, first thing third, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the backside pad. We'll go ahead and get her pushed up into the caliper and go ahead and attach the brake sensor and go from there. Alright, we got our sensor go ahead and hooked in, back pad. So next thing we're going to do is throw this bracket back on, then we can mount our caliper. Alright, we got both our pads in, sensor in, bracket back mounted. Just going to shimmy this back down over the rotor, and then we'll go ahead and get our caliper bolts. Alright, we're almost done. Last thing we got to do is go ahead and put our spring pad on there. Don't forget to put your dust caps back here. It's going to keep all the grime, dirt out, keep your pins nice and greased. Now we're going to go ahead, fit the spring back on, and that's it, boys. So hope that helps. If you had any questions, feel free to message. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, we got her all finished up, and there's just a couple quick tips I wanted to go over. A couple reminders. Don't forget, be gentle with that bolt. You really don't want to snap that off. Okay? It makes it a lot difficult. Make sure you grease your caliper pins before reinstalling, you know. I went ahead and reused my old hardware and sensors. I've recently replaced them. Just didn't have money for rotors at the time. Anytime you want to change your brakes, you should change all those, you know, make sure everything's clean. Follow the break-in period, you know, the pad bedding procedure for whatever rotors and pads you order. And that's about it, man. I hope it helped somebody out. If you got any questions, feel free to message. Thanks for watching.